But what I've left behind looks trifling. What's ahead looks black. Am I doomed to spend my life lingering on?
Just lingering on.
Lingering on.
For lingering on.
I'll never find it. Never, never, never. Shit.
Easy, baby. You're on the right track. Enter Catherine, a widow with a small boy and a large estate.
When I first saw Pippin, he was lying in the road like a discarded rag. I would have passed him by. Perhaps I should have passed him by, but there was something about his foot. Yes, it was the arch of his foot that caught my eye. What I did was merely an act of Christian charity. After all, I had no idea that this discarded rag would clean up so well. There he was. He didn't know where he was, and he looked so lost and exhausted, you'd almost swear he was dead. So I said, pick him up, put him to bed, see that he's bathed and clothed and fed. As I said, how could I foretell he'd clean up oh so very well? Imagine my surprise when I raised my eyes, and there he was. The man had obviously lost the will to live, so the first thing I had to do was get him interested in something to restore his faith in life. Something like me! Well, Pippin, I'm sure there are many things you'd like to know about me, aren't there?
No.
Good. My name is Catherine. I'm a widow. I have a son. I own this estate. I'm your average, ordinary kind of woman, competent and neat, making life a treat, others as nice. You meet often, I know, at least once or twice every decade or so. I am just a plain, customary kind of woman, practical as salt, modest to a fault, conservative with a budget, liberal with a meal, just your average ideal. My telling you this may seem sudden and strange. It may not interest you much at all right now, but things change, things change. Still, I'll understand if I'm not your kind of woman. Anyone can make one terrible mistake, for I've no special glamour, no fate I can't twirl, for I'm just a plain, everyday commonplace. Come what may, average, ordinary, wonderful, good. showed almost no interest in anything. Well, I was determined to somehow pierce that dedicated apathy. Now I found that no man, no matter what his condition, can resist the charm of a small boy. So I sent my son Theo to him.
Enter Theo, a small, lovable boy with his large, lovable duck.
Pippin, say hello to my duck.
How do you do?
Guess his name.
Augustus.
Wrong, his name is Otto. You aren't very smart.
I'm smart enough to know that a duck belongs in a pond and not in my bed.
Obviously hopeless. Well, I picked him up off the road. I could just throw him right back out again. I'll give him another chance. Pippin, you've been lying in this bed for 7 days. Now what's the matter with you?
Oh, it's nothing you could possibly understand.
Try me. Give me a chance.
Oh, all right. You see, I have this overwhelming need to be completely fulfilled. And it hasn't happened yet, so I'm in abject despair.
And that's it?
Yes, that's it.
You may think what I did next was scheming, devious. Pippin, let me tell you something about despair. I love my husband very much. The years we spent together were the happiest years of my life. And then one day he was struck by fever, and when his hand went cold in mine, I felt my life too was over. I was overcome by the deepest despair. I took to my bed for 5 days. On the 6th day, I got up. There were things to be done, an estate to be run, a boy to raise. God, I think he's really moved. Pippin, this is such a large estate, and I'm all alone here by myself. If you could please just help me, the least bit of help would be so appreciated.
All right, but only for a little while.
Well, Pippin was finally out of bed and working, and soon he became a part of everything, part of our everyday life.
How often do we do this?
Every day.
Every day. Uh-huh. Every day? That's exciting. Did you say something?
No, I didn't.
Oh, no. I know that look. That's the look of a widow with a small boy and a large estate and nobody to sit at the head of the table.
Now, for a while, Pippin didn't show much enthusiasm in the work. But as time went on, he showed no enthusiasm at all.
Keep up the good work, boys. Well, what are you looking at?
Nothing. Pippin, there is something. The roof on the chicken house, it sprung a leak. If you could get to it tomorrow.
Wait a minute.
Or the day after tomorrow.
The roof on the chicken house? I used to be the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. All right, so I screwed it up a little. Still, patching the roof and pitching the hay is not my idea of a perfect day. When you're extraordinary, you need to do extraordinary things. Now, I'm not the kind who loses sleep over the size of the compost heap. When you're extraordinary, you gotta do extraordinary things. That's the reason I'll never be the kind of man who dwells on how moths got into the tapestry, or why the dungeon smells. Oh, it's hard to feel special, it's hard to feel big, feeding the turtles and walking the pig. It's so secondary to someone who is very extraordinary like me. If the moat won't stop leaking, and the goat won't stop shrieking, and the griffin keeps losing its hair, if my west wing is rotting and my best wine is clotting, well, I'm terribly sorry, but I don't care. I've got to be someone who lives all of this life in superlatives. When you're extra extraordinary things. The fact that I'm different is easy to see. So why doesn't anybody know it but me? I'm extraordinary. I need to do extraordinary things. Every so often a man has his day he truly can call his. Well, here I am to seize my day. If someone will just tell me where the hell it is, give me my chance.